quick. Hit him with a chopping hammer. Look at the distance on that right there. So, alrighty, guys. Hey, yo, what is up, guys? Aegis Rick here, continuing our content with DFO PvE. In this video, guys, we're going to continue our playthrough of our monk, and I guess I want to talk a little bit more about some maybe more technical things if you guys have a monk, or if you guys want to try out a monk. Some things you should probably be aware of. First and foremost, doesn't matter what class you're playing, try to utilize this growth potion if you guys are playing during Open Beta Part 1, because you only, well, it only lasts for 30 minutes, but you get it every day, so might as well at some point, if you're going to be playing in a 30-minute spree, make sure that you're using that throughout the entire time. During the weekend, you actually get a 20% bonus EXP, and as well as a little bit more fatigue than you do normally during the week. So you get a little bit of a bonus for playing on the weekend, so that's good. But on top of that, just the CEO event, make sure to capitalize on that, guys. But guys, a couple things about your skills. I've mentioned it before, but not a lot of your skills cause knockdown. That's pretty much the only thing. There's one right there I'd hardly ever use. You know, you could probably think of right now what skills can cause a knockdown. The uppercut, for instance, causes knockdown. It also does a lot of damage. But the thing is, not a lot of the skills cause it because you don't want to knock down. And it's actually kind of a thing you want to try to avoid doing. But chopping hammer is one of them that does. But quick thing right there, I just used a move that whenever you do cause knockdown, you want to always try to hit with this move right here, the Divine Crush, because what it does, it does a lot of damage on its own, and that skill in itself causes knockdown. But the real kicker is, right there, does about 3,000 damage, much more if I have the totem down, but it does a whole lot more if it hits an enemy who's already knocked down. So what you can do is use Chopping Hammer, then immediately follow up with the Divine Crush, and right there it does massive damage. So if at any point in time you use a skill like Ducking Uppercut or something, or the Chopping Hammer, and it causes knockdown, try to finish it up with the Divine Crush. If you look at actually on the skill, it says it does 80% extra damage on top of whatever it normally does. So basically it's like it hits twice on that. So just keep that in mind, and whenever you knock somebody down, try to finish off with that skill, which is kind of awesome. You can't avoid it sometimes. So that being said, most of the times you do combos, you're going to be killing them anyway rather quickly. There's barely alive, that guy, so not much to worry about. Now, another thing I probably should have mentioned earlier was that I didn't really talk about weapon type, which is actually much more important on Monk than it is on Crusader. I just as a little tidbit, I was on Crusader and my weapon broke, right? But I just put on a rosary and it was like nothing even changed. So you can't do that with the monk. There's a lot of different things that happen when you are playing with a monk. Damn! You guys see my divine counter right there? Sick. That's yet another move that if that move comes off, you actually get a slight increase to your stats for a while. But anyway, as I was saying, the weapon is quite important on the monk. Because you actually, it really is just the totem effect. You get all the stats of the weapon you are equipping, no matter if it's on the ground or not. So stronger weapons such as axes do give you more damage, but the problem is, and mostly it comes with the fact that you get a bonus for wearing a particular type of weapon, that weapon being the totem, what I have right now. So totem is almost entirely recommended by me. Even though the other weapons may give you better stats, like the axe will give you better damage and you can still attack really fast, the real option comes from the fact that if you wear a totem, when you put down the will driver, it will give you an extra 100 strength on top of whatever strength bonuses it already gives you. So it gives you 350 no matter what weapon you wear, strength bonus when you put the weapon down and put the will driver down. But if you have a totem, you also get 100 extra strength. On top of that, your skill reduction cooldowns get reduced by 5%. And that only happens if you have a totem equipped. So, oh my god, this guy's still alive? What are you hiding down here for, man? So that's why I can't recommend any other weapon but totem, guys, for monk. Totem has quite quick attack speed as it is, so there's that. But mostly it's just for the sheer fact that you get these extra bonuses for your will driver. So if you're choosing a weapon for monk, I cannot recommend enough the totem. So right there, I use the Divine Crush thing, but to knock down, which honestly, I think it's a pretty good move to use if you want to get a quick knockdown on somebody. This happens when you're kind of getting mobbed up by enemies and you need a reset or something. Just use the Divine Crushes. It's like an instant knockdown attack. These guys are annoying as shit. I'm gonna die in a second here. These little spiders that are spawned. Holy shit. That was not a good room right there. Okay. And the Divine Crush does a lot of damage on its own, so don't underestimate that skill. Right now, if I'm getting mobbed up and I just want to hit everybody on the ground real quick, there you go. Whoa. Probably the quickest knockdown I can think of on this class. Right there was an example of something that can be accomplished by using the dash and the sway thing. If you cancel the sway early, you obviously do the skill faster and closer to your character, but you can reach the max duration like all the way down there. You guys can see I can cover a lot more distances if I delay the attack that I'm trying to do. So it's deceptive how much range this class has, because you can do the full duration then finish it off with the chopping hammer, or like I like doing is getting up close to somebody's face and still being able to do the skills by canceling them very quickly like that. So you know, you can do a full duration or anywhere in between there. It's something you have to kind of practice on again. If you're too late on that animation and you wait too long to actually do the skill, you're not going to get it off. You're going to run right past them and obviously miss. So it's something you really have to get a little bit of practice on to kind of gauge the distance that you need. Sometimes you need to go back like further, or maybe just back for a second and then come right back. There's a lot of leeway, you know, with the timing of things like that. So, you know, I guess that really is just something you just practice on. You'll get much better at it. So, and some people don't like that aspect of this guy, but that is basically his biggest gimmick. So, if you don't like that kind of swaying action, I highly do not recommend the monk, because that's really all he does throughout the entire game. In fact, I've seen some monks who only use the duck and sway to move like around the map too. Like they no longer run anywhere. They just forever use the duck and sway shit. So right there, I should have probably used duck instead of sway, and I probably would have hit him. But man, this guy's quick. Hit him with a chopping hammer. Look at the distance on that right there. So, but guys, we are going to be doing a full dungeon since I wanted to show that off real quick, and bam, that is such a good combo. You start to realize which skills are good for certain situations. Sometimes you, if you're going up already, for instance, sometimes if you're going up with sway, maybe you want to hit with the skill that requires you to already be holding up, which is the dashing uppercut. It has a command of up and Z, so you can do is just sway upwards, and since you're already holding up, by swaying upwards, you can actually follow it up with the uppercut. So. Or if you're going down, the same thing. If you're going down, you can follow it up with the ducking body blow, so you don't have to think about it too much. It's just utilizing the inputs that you're already putting in to kind of get these skills off. And again, a lot of it, I feel like a lot of it is spam, because you know, they come off so quickly that you don't really have to think about it. So spamming a lot of basic attack too, which is very powerful, but there's a little bit of thought that goes into it. At least I like to convince myself of that. So. Oh, I didn't have the skill available. That was way overkill. Let's try to. Oh, that's not. Oh, come on! I want to counter him. Right there. The counter is really awesome. I think you get a little bit of a damage buff afterwards. And it serves as your only block. Now, I mentioned that you still take damage when you get that counter off, so it's not recommended against like really strong attacks. But you know, if there's a lot of enemies and you want to cause a quick knockdown, that's probably a really good way to do it. Is to just use that counter. I have it level 1, the sacred counter, but oftentimes you really don't need it. You have the sway, you have the ducking shit, so you don't really need to use the counter to block attacks. You just get out of the way. Right there, I'm utilizing a massive amount of stuns right now. God. So hopefully we can kill these guys. And he's pissed off, so. Gold inverted spear. Alright, I got a little bit of time while he's casting this. You can punch him in the face. Okay, let's get out of here. The berserk is what I gotta watch out for. There you go. Okay. I just utilized the sway to basically get out of range of his berserk, and we're gonna kill him. Oh shit! Well, not if I die. Let's get this knockdown. Oh, look at how quick it was. That was close. I almost died if he would have hit me with that. So, but anyway, guys, that was that dungeon. I explained a lot of different stuff with the monk. Hopefully, maybe most of you guys, if you guys are already playing monk, you've pretty much picked up on all of that. But yeah, guys, I wouldn't say I'm like nowhere near the best monk ever, but I have so much fun playing this class, guys. I hope you guys do too, if you like this type of thing. But again, sway, duck, sway. Okay. But yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys later.